185 periods. I'm sorry, but I can only think of one certain joke, and sadly it's inappropriate, so I'm not gonna say it. Hey there, people of the internet world, it's Kibatu, and welcome back to more Let's Play Valkyrie Profile. So, yeah, we finally got ourselves our first Chapter 2 dungeon, which, I should add, is our first hard mode only dungeon. So, we're not expecting too much from this first one, but with hard mode dungeons, you'll see that they're more technical than most dungeons. So we're gonna have some fun with this one. So the Salerno Academy, a sorcerer of Flensburg, once conducted black magic experiments on plants here. The wizard is long gone and the facilities are in disrepair, but the area is threatened by the experimental plants that were created. It seems evil forces are gathering there. I don't know if I read it the first time, so my apologies for that. So, there we go. But let's not waste any time. Let's see what we have going on in the Salerno Academy. Our first hard mode only dungeon. Sorry, I always get like in a mood of sorts whenever I hear this song here. The song is just, you can just listen to it and just think, oh man, there is some craziness going on here. You can just feel it. You just want to get pumped for it. But until then, we have ourselves some new enemies here. So first of all, I'm introducing Yume and Loffer for this dungeon, since we got these two characters from their thing. They're both level 1, so they should have pretty good experience from this dungeon. So, Yume here, as we looked, starts out with Stone Torch, Icicle Edge, and Frigid Damsel, which are not bad things to start out with, though. Actually, no, because I just equipped all these guys with the certain things. I never got through the equipment thing, actually, now that I think about it. So, my bad. But, yeah, so Yume here, when she attacks with somebody here, you can just... She transforms into a freaking mermaid, and she uses... Wow! Really? Wow! That's kinda cool! Nice one, Yume! Nice one! Okay, so since that one's stone, he's just gonna stand there and he won't budge. We can move him, technically, but he won't, like, move, and he won't stay get out of stone when we attack him. He is set to stone for a set amount of turns, but that's it. He'll get out of it as soon as he gets the chance. So, during this chance here, we're gonna go ahead and attack this guy here. See if we can't get some good attacks in. The thing about Loffer's weapon, though, is that it's not necessarily high in attack. So, Loffer's weapon here probably isn't the best equipment for this dungeon. But I'm sticking with it because once he levels up, those capacity points are going to be necessary. Trust me. Oh, Yumi's ready to attack again. Nice. Oh, he turned to stone too. Wow. No, I'm not gonna attack with Loffer. This raises a question, actually. I wonder if I can actually, make them faint while they're stoned. I'm actually curious about that one. Or not just faint, but, freeze as well. He's out of it. Wow, he dodged Valkyrie's attack. That's a new one. Okay, you know what?
I stake everything on this single blow. Finishing strike. Justice stream. Are you still alive? I grow tired.
It's a nice looking attack for Loffer, but that weapon of his, though, we're probably gonna have to look over it and actually show off more. Like, get a better weapon for him, for one, because he's not doing that lot of damage here. And I believe, Oh, short spear. I believe that there's a thing. It won't show here. In fact, I don't think we learned about this until, like, a dungeon in Chapter 4, believe it or not. But there's a thing about equipping weapons that have more hits to them. The thing about it is that it says there, it says attack 50, but I believe that 50 is spread out into the 3 attacks. So we look at this one here, it has 100 attack. This is a chance of breaking, by the way, so don't equip it. But it has 1 attack, but it has 100 attack. So if I'm recalling this correctly, it will do the full 100 damage for the full 100 attack when it attacks with the 1. But with spinning spear here, the 50 that is there spreads out. So it's like a third of 50 is the first hit, a third of the 50 is on the second hit, and so on and so forth. So I don't know. I think I might have done wrong, actually, here, giving him this weapon. I'm not regretting it. I'm not going to regret it, because if once Laufer actually gains a level and gets more capacity points, because I went ahead and gave him the Emerald Necklace here, because he can use a lot more capacity points. Let's give it to Laufer, just so we can get something here. But yes, as for what I'm equipping here is the other stuff here. This is the fragment of Lapis Gem, which you got from the Highland, which reduces ice damage to 50%. So that's nice. Darkness, fire, it's all good and well. The silver salt, the silver salad, silver curious, silver gauntlet and such, those are all buyables from the shop, and they're all that much more better than the previous armor, so that's nice. I went ahead and got Arngrim the Element Edge because it gives him 3 hits, 80 damage, so he's doing a bit more damage. He also has Holy plus 50%. And raises special attack damage by 30%. So, when he special attacks, he actually does quite a bit of damage here, actually. It's kind of nice. As for Lenneth's Valkyrie, I should mention this here. When you look through the armor and whatever, there's these here. I think I mentioned this before, but there's this armor here that actually gives a little bit more defense and an elemental defense, which for some reason only Lenneth can actually wear, except for the gauntlets, whatever. But yeah, helmets and armor, they're armor and helmets that only Lenneth's Valkyrie can wear. So it just makes her that much more defensible against elements, so that's a thing. As for her weapon, I gave her the Lightning Edge. I went ahead and bought it there because it absorbs lightning-based magic attacks, transfers DME to wielder. So this thing absorbs lightning attacks, and with 2 hits every attack, it also does lightning damage to 90%. So if there's an enemy in this stage, in this dungeon, that is weak to lightning, it's good. It is as dead as dead can get. It is as dead can get. Let's put it that way. Now, as for Laufer here, it's not really all that different. I also got this because it's the most expensive out of all the weapons here, 2,500 for it. Other than a Holy Prayer, but I can get away with just a Ruby Mace. Yeah, I don't regret it. If anything, if I got this, I can sell it back once I'm done with it, so that's nice. Now, I think this path here, we can't do anything about, so we just gotta move onwards through this place here. Which, by the way, is actually a lot bigger than you think. These vines here, they're nothing. You can just cut through them and they're done. And they shrink. They shrink real small. Actually, now that I think about it, I think there might be some information in the desk in this room here, if we actually take a chance to try and read. Yeah, there it is. Research journal. Wow, there's 6 pages here? Okay, well, obligatory reading. If you don't want to read, I'll just put an annotation or a caption to where you should skip. So, there you go. But, today we're reading. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so no, don't worry about that. But, let's just, we'll take a minute to read this, and we'll just see what he's written down. You can't read anything on page 2, so page 3. So this guy, we saw in the dungeon description, it's that this guy here, whoever he was experimenting with plants, and he was experimenting with perfume, with acid, with rotten flesh, the scent of rotten flesh. That's nuts. Speaking of rotten flesh, that's a dead body. Let's avoid that.
Return from whence you came.
Why is he not in the front row? That's funny. Also, I just realized this, but excuse me. But Lenneth's thing, her weapon or whatever, it gives out the second stage of her special, because I mentioned that she has multiple stages in her special. I think we saw the second one in the battle against the vampire elder, the elder vampire in the mountain ruins. So there's that. Anyway, we have ourselves a man-trap plant and a vermin. The plant, I think it's obvious, it's weak to fire, but the vermin, I want to say it's weak against lightning. Let's test that. Not really all that different in damage, but oh well. I also think that plants are weak to ice, or at least they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable in the sense that they get frozen kind of easily. I say that, but they don't get frozen. Oh well. Also, that was a double counter. That was kind of great. That was kind of great. Swing and a miss. I should have done my special there. Oh well. But yes, these plant things, they can just summon one vine, or they can summon multiples. Which, if they're doing that, then they can actually hit the mage in the backs, which is a bad thing. So, kind of a good idea to just go ahead and just get rid of them. Nothing else to say about these plants, though. They're just kind of plants. Nothing else. They're just plants. They're weak to fire, but we don't have fire, so we're just going to use Stone Torch, and then we're going to use everything else to attack at the same time. And turn to stone! Jeez! Stone Torch is supposed to be like a 1 in 8 chance. That's...
Did you think you could
or at least I think it's supposed to be. I think. Who knows? This is nice. Okay, time to get out. Ooh, she lost color for a second, but she's getting it back. And she's also apparently emitting a red aura, sort of. This is the scent that the scientist was talking about. This scent here lasts for about, let's say 6, 7 rooms, maybe? And you can just go around anywhere with it. But the idea behind using this red aura around you is that we need to find a certain thing. Let's see if we can't find it here. After this battle. That was just one of the vermin that we ran into earlier, which, nothing special, really. Not anymore. And just one vermin again. That's weird, actually. That's very weird. I'm proud to be fighting by your side, too. Oh, well. Okay. Alright. So that's how that works. Okay, so that's what we were looking for, was that plant with the red flowers. Since we're meeting a red aura, the red flowers just kinda dissipate. So it weakens down and it just goes away. However, if we just simply walk out and come back, it stands right back up. And since we just stepped in that room, which gives us a yellow, we can't do anything. So we're kinda stuck. Is this a way back? Yes, it was. Alright, that's kinda nice. Though, I'm curious where this way leads. It countered, then it fainted? What? That is so weird. What the? What? It was. Monkey guy, you're being so weird. What the crap's going on? What in the world? What? Just get out of here. You're drunk. Go home. You're drunk. So in those two fights, there were 6 monkeys altogether, and they dropped 3 short spears. So now, I have 4 short spears. Which I think I can... No, I cannot. I can't transmute them. Alright, well, I thought wrong, so my bad. I'm just gonna heal everybody up. And I'm gonna take a second here to, like, do this as well. Because they kinda need to get their acts together. More so than usual. Lawfer... Do I want to prep him up? I'll wait on that for a minute here. In the meantime, I'm gonna give him counter because he keeps getting attacked more so than I care to count. I'm gonna give him some fight to raise his attack, so attack power to raise his attack power in general, and then I guess she'll be really good. Yume here, I know I'm gonna send soon, so I'm gonna have her ready when she's ready to go. So we'll just leave it at that. We'll have her ready to send when she needs to send. But it probably won't be for a while. I still want to have her ready whenever she's needed to go. So, yeah, it's good to have her ready whenever that happens. That wasn't supposed to happen. But we'll roll right along with it, because I don't see any other reason why we shouldn't. So there you go. Now, I think if we go this way, well, we find... Wow, we found a room full of enemies here. Okay, yeah, we found a lot of enemies here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just clear this room out.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
No quarter.
But before we do that, there are new enemies here. Figments. Figments of flames, to be exact. They are fire enemies, and guess what we got? something that doesn't affect them. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and just give this to you guys, just so you can see. They have no weaknesses, so using any kind of magic spells on them for some reason doesn't seem to affect them. They just have really good magic defense from what I've seen. So, your best bet is to just flat out attack them. If they don't dodge! Freaking A, really? No. However, they do also cast Fire Lance, and their attacks, just like with the lizard guys in, like, oh, I can't remember the name of the place now, but it was the catacombs. In the catacombs, the lizard guys in the catacombs, just like them, they have a breath attack, which when you use it, you can't actually dodge it. So your best bet is to just bite the bullet there, which that's all you can really do. And along with their magic attacks, you can't dodge those either. Your best bet against those is probably to have a certain defense against them. We'll go over that as we get there. For now, I'm just going to teach Yume Firestorm, just so that she'll have a freaking fire attack, because we've been running into a lot of the friggin' plant monsters as of late. I could probably start farming off Fire Lance and Firestorm from these guys, since they drop in every other battle. I haven't. That'll be nice to have, actually, if I feel like I want to use it in this area here. So we go this way now. Yeah, we've been over this way. But if we go over here... Anything else in here? Yes, there is. Okay, now there should not be any enemies here. Ooh. Is it drinkable? Okay, I found acid. I've got mail. Yay! I think if we go up, then yeah, we can't do anything, so we gotta go back down. In fact, I think we have to go back to the very start and restart this whole thing. At least I believe so. Okay, so blue. I don't think we ran into blue yet. However, there is a blue here, but we just gotta find it. The blue in question, I know where it's at, but I don't know how to get there without having to go all the way around. So, I think we'll go back this way. You. Perfume. Smell you can't quite describe, huh? Alrighty. So, this is our blue. And I think, if I recall right, this, yeah, we gotta go this way. This blue flower here is the only one that is actually blue. Though, if we take a look and examine the plant that we just buried, Event XP! Yay! And we lost our acid. Boo!